Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. My name is Gail, this is my channel. So it's been a few days since I've been doing reactions. I've had a bit of a cold, and the typical this is I've like Easter's come. I've got 5 days off, so what do I get? I get a migraine, a cold, a bad back. I always put it down to the relaxation phenomena. Whenever I have a holiday or I have an extended period of time off, I kind of generally, for some bizarre reason, get ill. Um, it's a bit frustrating because I haven't been able to get round to doing any reactions. My throat is still very croaky. I've still got a sore throat. Um, but my goodness, I mean, the headache's gone now. My bad back's still sort of knocking about a bit. Um, but I can't put it off anymore. I really need to do some reactions. I do miss music when I'm not listening to it, so it's great to be back. So just bear with me and my croaky voice and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be reacting to a track by Michael Sembello. It is Automatic Man. I reacted to Maniac, and I think by the looks of it, this is from the same show, which is cool. Automatic Man is track one on Bossa Nova Hotel album from September 1983. It was his debut album. This track was written by Michael Sembello, Donny Sembello. I didn't know he had a brother, but there you go. David Batu, maybe Batu. And actually, this reached number 34 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's funny, actually, that, I mean, Automatic Man, I just glanced over at the lyrics, and this is about, I don't know, about another robot or something by the looks of it. And I'm just thinking Mr. Roboto from the same year. And I was thinking to myself whether Terminator came out the year before, because he's talking about cybernetics, year before, or did it come out in 1984? I can't be sure. But anyway, looking forward to this one. And just a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed, that has commented, liked, and shared videos. Also, those who have suggested music to listen to. Really appreciate that. I'm coming to the end of his current list, so I will be compiling a new list from all the comments that have been made, and hopefully have some really interesting stuff out there to listen to. So without further ado, and if you do want to have any music that you feel that you really want to have reacted to that maybe other reactors won't react to, because they follow the algorithms, please give me a shout on Buy Me a Coffee, and I will get round to that almost immediately. So yeah, in the meantime, this is like Michael Sembello, Automatic Man, from Bandstand, I think it's called.
What's the name of the next song?
Automatic Man, and we're going to try to be very automated.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Sembello.
I just marvel at his hairy arms. Now, if you think about like marketing and artists these days, you wouldn't. I think if you're a record company, you would probably get him to shave his arms. I've got no problem with that. I think it's clearly it's natural. The man has got a incredibly decent amount of hair on his body, um, but you couldn't see that being. You couldn't see Take That having hairy arms like that back at not even in the 90s. Anyway,
Ladies
let's
and
go on with
gentlemen,
music.
Michael Sembello.
That was a really cool vocal. I wouldn't say harmony, but I love the backing vocal right there. That's really unusual. I wonder how they came up with that. It just seems like really unusual. It's like not like da 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 da. It's like yeah. I can't even think what they're singing. Um, but I like that. It's really cool. Also, I love that industrial kind of feeling of the like the bass that comes in right at the beginning. It's great. Now in combination with the keyboard. Let me just take us back to relatively back to start.
Michael Sembello.
The song so far has got as much groove as Maniac. It's not as quite as punchy, but I just love all the different sounds that I'm hearing. His voice is actually so good. Um, I really, Michael Sembello's voice. I'm not sure what he did before because I mean, I often see these people and I think their voices are fantastic, whether they were like maybe supporting artists, session musicians or something. Um, but you think where have they been? And with a voice like that, should have been, absolutely monstrously successful. And perhaps he was, but in different fields. I'm not sure. But so far, Maniac and this one are the only ones I'm hearing, and I don't know if what else he did afterwards or before.
He knows every dance. He programmed romance when he looks at you, watching you through his grateful eyes. He was made to play the part. He's the ordinary man.
Bit of a 70s vibe to it.
Made to break your heart. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic. His atomic heart, it has learned to feel. Cries electricity. The impossible is real. He's made to play the part. He's the ordinary man. He was made to break your heart. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic. I was such a
Love his guitar.
lonely boy. Automatic was my toy. Never dreamed he would steal her away. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic man. He's the
Oh, lovely, lovely. Thank you.
I mean, that was Michael Sembello with Automatic Man, Bandstand, the same as I heard Maniac. I think was the most recent one from Bandstand as well. But yeah, I really really enjoyed this, but it not quite not quite give me those vibes of Maniac, and I think maybe that's because of being, I was working at a cinema at the time that Flashdance was on. But this is a really solid song, a really solid track, and again, I just love this kind of like 1983 theme about robots and stuff. I was saying Mr. Roboto. We had this a few years later. We had Electric Lady. Um, it just seems to be that kind of like trying to predict maybe the future. Um, I don't know, but really, really, I haven't got that much to say about this. I'll be honest. I mean, because I've seen the performance on Bandstand before with Maniac. I don't really want to kind of double down on the comments about the band and their appearance. Clearly, they're enjoying themselves, and that's the main thing. and I think they've kind of chosen their own little theme. Um, I'm not sure. So sometimes you kind of really kind of get inspired by the audience as well. And looking at a few of them in the background, they weren't that inspiring, but this was a good song. Might have to listen to the plain audio version of it to get the full benefit of it. I love the beginning of it with the sounding very sort of industrial. I mean, obviously most instruments appear to be electric. There's a few guitars. Um,
Okay, what's the name?
so we could listen to. I love that beginning. I thought that was a bass. That's a really like deep um, sound on the keyboards. I'm not sure how that's done. I mean, obviously these things are like probably were programmed in the day, and again the drums look sort of mostly electronic drum machines. Electronic, not drum machine, but can't think what the technical name is for those types of drums. I love the backing vocal bit there. I think there's certain songs that I listen to that you can listen to the song, and then when you kind of realise that all they've done is change backing vocals or overlaid some vocals, it makes the song sound absolutely fantastic. But then you can listen to other tracks after that, and you're thinking all they needed to do there was like overlay some vocals because it's become a little bit repetitive. Um, so I love all this kind of thing. It's really, really clever.
Stayed up endless nights, like some Frankenstein, a cybernetic dream, something like you've never seen. He knows every dance, pre-programmed romance. When he looks at you, watching to thrill his evil eye.
It's interesting lyrics. So he knows every dance, pre-programmed romance. When he looks at you, I'm watching too, um, through his video eyes. So I'm wondering if this song is based on some sort of movie from back then. Interesting, but quite sinister as well. Let's just have a listen to. Oh, okay. So the next line is he was made to play the part. Does that mean like built to play the part or actually forced to play the part? He's no ordinary man. He was made to break your heart. He's the automatic man. He's the automatic man. It's almost like somebody's like a synthetic human's been used as a maybe a honey trap or something. Um, I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into this.
He was made to play.
No, I love the last verse as well. His automatic heart, it has learned to feel. He cries electric tears. The impossible is real. So again, this is like a synthetic human that has learnt emotions and what started out as perhaps a tool for somebody else to use in a nefarious manner has taken on a life of its own. Um, yeah, it's really, really cool. Really, really cool song. I wonder what people say about this. Let's have a look at if there's any comments. So yeah, somebody's saying actually, because I was wondering what Michael Sembello's done. He has worked with George Benson, Stevie Wonder, and probably lots of other artists. Let's have a look see if there's any replies to that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody said, I don't care what anyone says, Michael Sembello will always be awesome and way underrated to me. The man definitely made his mark on the 80s, but for some artists, it's not really about, having a stream of hits. I think, the pressure of fame can bring its own. Um, can bring a bit of a downfall. We've seen so many maybe famous artists that have not done so well when they become very famous. So maybe he kind of made his choice to take a step back. Okay, so many people don't realize that Michael Sembello was the mainstay of Stevie Wonder's early band and a monster session guitarist before he did the whole 80s thing. If you want to hear him tearing it up in a fusion context, check out From Me to You by George Duke and Jazzy by John Sherry. Okay. So I mean, so there is more that you can actually see Michael Sembello on, and maybe we're sort of along the lines of the likes of Jean Beauvoir and stuff, where you actually you actually look into it, and then it turns out he's part of um Little Steven's band, um Stephen Van. Oh, I can never pronounce his name, but he was then also in the E Street Band, so. There's always links to these things, but yeah, Michael Cimbello be playing with Stevie Wonder. That'd have to be something I'll have to check out. Anyway, folks, I did enjoy that. Obviously, I'm a little bit sort of bleh today, but music will kind of hopefully pep me up, and I will try to talk a little more about music and stuff. But it is what it is, and yeah, April. I mean, it's probably the warmest day of the year so far. No, 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 very little wind, sunshine, maybe 23 degrees outside. Um, and yeah, it is what it is. I get these colds at the weirdest times. I resent it when I get a cold in the summer. But yeah, folks, please drop me a comment below if you enjoyed this, if you remember this. If this was something that you maybe had as a kid, the maybe it was released as a single in the UK or America, yeah, just let me know. I'd love to read your comments, and I will definitely be sort of exploring more Michael Sembello. So any thoughts or ideas, please drop a comment below. Until next time, take care of yourselves.